사랑하는 그는 부산의 변함없는 한대에 늘 감탄합니다.
I think that Busan people are actually very, very kind and very welcoming. If I seemed a little lost, there was always someone that was there to ask me if I needed help. They're more seriously friendly than it's very serious. I very seriously want to help you.
부산의 한결같은 모습도 늘 감동을 주지만 이제는 부산의 미래를 꿈꾸며 2030년 부산의 새로운 도약을 기대합니다.
Busan people are very proud of their city. They want to share the city with everyone. If we get the World Expo, it'll really put Busan on a global map.
세계 박람회가 어울리는 도시, 미래를 향한 힘찬 도약. 부산에서 출발한 파도는 이미 세계를 향해 뻗어나가고 있습니다. 2030 부산 세계 박람회. 부산이 시작하고 대한민국이 함께 이뤄갑니다. 이 캠페인은 지역과 함께하는 든든한 동반자 BNK 부산은행과 함께합니다.
Coming up next is Inside Out Busan with Laura McLucky and Minsu Shin. BFM 부산영어방송.
Hello, good evening and welcome to another Monday here at Inside Out Busan. Question, what is the secret to aging well? Being sociable helps you age better, actually, studies show.
Yeah, so when you're sociable, I guess when you're an E, right? When it comes to MBTI, you're willing to talk and be friendly with other people rather than standing off in a corner by yourself, because that's me. Over there in that corner.
But you know,
or
I
that
kind of like it though. I kind of like standing off in a corner.
Yeah.
Anyway, to stay young at heart, keep meeting your friends. Old friends, new friends, just people to socialize with.
맞습니다. You know, being sociable encourages us to keep learning, observing, and responding to the world around us. So, yeah, go and say hi to somebody.
안녕.
What I got full stock of thoughts and dreams to scatter.
love it. I love a little bit. Oh, I just swallowed my own tongue. I love a little bit of Hall & Oates.
You know, that
To,
happens to me quite frequently, actually.
You swallow your tongue?
I swallow like either that or I swallow just wrong,
Yeah.
right? And it goes down the wrong hole and I get into a coughing fit.
Yeah, this is the kind of hazard of being a professional speaker.
Yeah.
You know,
Right?
using your voice
It's
to
always risks.
do the work.
always
That
risks.
was "You Make My Dreams" by Hall & Oates. Love that.
Yeah, a
Love
fun
that
little number to
song.
start off our show. Happy Monday,
Yeah,
everybody.
Happy Monday, 6:13 on the clock. It is, of course, Inside Out Busan here on 90.5 and 103.3 FM. Welcome to BEFM. 부산영어방송입니다. 반갑습니다.
반갑습니다.
I'm Laura McLucky.
And I'm Minsu Shin. Hey, Laura,
Yeah.
you're too close to me on the screen, buddy. You wanna?
I just wanna. I'm gonna slowly move.
조금, can you? No, that you disappear when you do that, right? There you go.
Whoops. Whoops.
Yeah.
I did it again.
For
But I
those-
don't like being this far round. 'Cause
There
then
you
everybody
go.
can see my mustache, my
There
5
you
o'clock
go.
shadow.
Yeah, it's a good
Yikes.
angle. Oh, hello, everybody listening to our radios, and hello, everybody logged onto our YouTube.
Yeah.
Happy Monday.
Monday. How was your weekend?
It was rather good.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Nothing much.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing whatever.
그렇게 특이한 거 뭐 특별한 건 안 했어요. What about you?
Saturday, I taught some kids some exercise,
Oh.
which is always very fun. And then I had a tea party in my house.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
fancy, bro.
Yeah, with your little crumpets.
I didn't have any crumpets, but there were scones, jam, and clotted cream.
Oh, 맛있겠다.
And some gin cocktails and
At a tea party?
Lots of tea. Yes, of course. We were going doing a prohibition vibe. And then Sunday, what did I do on Sunday? Today's Monday, so it was only yesterday. I should remember. I think we didn't really do much. Oh, I went to a movie screening. My friend, in fact, a friend of BEFM, Sebastian Simon,
Oh,
made a movie
Yeah.
about Mipo and the development of the Mipo area here in Busan.
And it was a premiere?
It was screening. It wasn't a premiere, but it was screening as part of the Korea International Ocean Film Festival.
oh,
And it was fantastic. So I watched 3 short films and got to meet the actors.
oh, nice.
2 of the actors were kid actors. I want to get them on the show
Oh,
and interview them because they were so cool.
bring them on. You know, we got this little segment called Open Studio on Fridays.
Exactly. But they don't speak English, but I figure we can still do it, right?
Oh, 재밌겠다.
We could still do it.
When's the
They were
last
so
time we had
cool.
kids on the show, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, speaking of kids, youth that they represent,
Yes.
right? These days, actually, a lot of people, not these days, for a very long time,
These days.
aging has been a very, very, I guess, important part of life and something
Yeah.
that a lot of people are concerned about, right? But did you know that staying socially active as you age, it's very important. When you have good conversations or when you do things that you love, especially with others, actually our bodies take note of that and they release health promoting chemicals that boosts our immune system.
Boosts our
Yeah.
immune system. Yeah, it's true. People report greater satisfaction and fewer negative experiences in their social interactions. And so it was found that among people who have been staying socially active by doing, things like hobbies together, volunteering together, etc., about 72% said they were aging successfully.
Yeah.
And I think, do you know what? Everyone is aging all the time. We're not getting any younger, but it's a privilege to be able to age. But I think instead of anti-aging, and I really hate that, well aging
Yeah.
is important.
Especially if you're being social,
Yeah.
I think it just makes your time on earth a bit more fun.
Of course.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So being sociable gives you a sense of belonging. I think this is very important. Enjoying the company of others who have similar personalities as you or interests, it helps you feel like you belong somewhere. And I think that's really important, especially when it comes to just your overall mental stability.
맞아요.
Engaging with others can cultivate new friendships, as we mentioned, and doing something meaningful together creates lasting bonds. Now, who wouldn't want that?
Exactly. Well, people like me who hate everybody else sometimes don't
Laura
like to be
빼고.
social. But no, of course, the things like volunteering together, so doing something for a cause, for a purpose, or learning a musical instrument together. 등산, so going walking. My father-in-law does 탁구 every day.
탁구
탁구 치러
재밌죠.
간다. I don't know
네.
if he actually plays 탁구 or just sits around and eats and drinks makgeolli and chats.
It's, you know,
But
like...
it's not the point.
Like people when they gather, you know, here in Korea, like in the parks when they go, and they do play baduk.
Baduk,
but
yeah.
that's not what's important. What's important is like they're gathered, and
Being
that's like,
together.
you know, that's the grapevine for like a lot of people here
Yeah.
in Korea.
Playing sports as well, being on a team. So it's just a few things for being, staying active socially as you
Yeah.
get older, especially. So, I mean, whether you're more of an introvert or an extrovert, I guess it's really important both ways. But how do you make friends? Do you make new friends?
I think for me, well, not these days. Because I don't know. I think I've just been so busy with work and here. But if I do decide, you know what? I think I should go out and meet new people. Like you mentioned, playing sports.
Yeah.
Especially with guys. I feel like after like a day of like playing sports with one another, being on the same team or even the separate team, like you're so like buddy. You're like slapping, like giving
Each
high
other's
fives.
butts?
Yeah, and giving like pats on the butts.
Don't do that. Why do boys do that?
It's just
Why
it's
do you
just,
touch each other's butts?
I
after
don't
you
know.
play
It's
a
just
game?
like good
Game,
job,
son.
like good pass.
Yeah.
Good pass, buddy.
But you don't need to touch the butts.
We just do. I don't
It's just a
know.
thing, right?
It's just, I can't
Yeah.
control it, right? What about you? How do you go about making friends?
Not touching people's butts, first of all.
Yeah.
But I do like to. I don't really make friends. Is that a really sad thing to say? I don't
Joking.
make friends. Because I'm actually quite, and I say this quite often. I am quite socially cautious, I would say, and anxious, and so. I like to ask people about their lives, but I don't necessarily tell people much about my life until we get closer and closer. But to make friends, I would say I don't know. I don't do anything. Exercise.
I mean, yeah.
Exercise.
Yeah, you.
That would be it.
I
Wellness
mean,
related
it's like a
stuff.
big part of. It's like a big community here,
Yeah.
especially in Busan, right? So
Yeah.
I know you know a lot of people, network with a lot of people there. There you go, right?
I
That's
like
your
to
way.
exercise. Or doing things like events, like actual networking events.
Yeah, those are all fun too.
Those are always fun.
Yeah, listeners, how do you go about making friends? I feel like I should be making more friends these days. So give me suggestions.
Yeah.
Other than playing sports and slapping each other on the
On the tushy.
tushy, on the gluteus.
Claire Neem says, just before Annie comes in the studio, Claire Neem says, hi, I went to Haeundae Sumogwon, or the Arboretum, the other day. It was great, with animals like sheep, goats, and ostriches.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah.
A lot of trees and flowers. I totally recommend the place. Well, there you go. You can meet some new friends or just post up who wants to go and visit the Arboretum and get a group together and go and check it out.
I thought you meant like making friends with the animals that Claire mentioned.
Oh,
That's
I don't
how
know.
I digested that.
Or Claire Neem, we can go together.
Yeah, why
Let's
not,
be
right?
friends.
Tell us how you go about making friends, listeners. 친구를 어떻게 만납니까? pound 9050 샵 9050 or you can let us know on our KakaoTalk or our YouTubes. Come join us on there. Yeah.
나이 많아서 친구 많이는 없어요.
맞아요, 슬픕니다.
너무 슬퍼요.
Well, let's go meet our other friend,
Okay.
Annie.
It's time for News Bites. Annie's in the studio. Hi, Annie.
Hello, I've made it to friend status.
Yay!
Whoever comes in the studio.
That's the thing. That's how I make friends. I work with people, so I'm forced to be in the same place. I'm like, oh, this person's cool.
I mean, we've been doing that since we were kids. Our parents forced us to play with other kids, and that's how we made
Yeah.
friends.
Making friends is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Even like as grown-ups.
I just
See?
depend on my friends to make me friends
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I'm socially anxious.
So BFM
right?
is helping us here make friends with one another,
Yeah.
right?
What a way.
Yeah. Well, Annie.
Anyway.
Friend, thank you so much for coming in today. Happy
welcome,
Monday, by the
friend.
way. News bites. Let's get to news. What do you got for us?
Oh, right. So I think a lot of people heard this on the news, but the National Counterterrorism Center under the Prime Minister confirmed today that the mysterious packages from abroad that were delivered throughout the country have not shown any relation to terrorism activities so far. The Office for Government Policy Coordination added that they have not received any intelligence related to a terrorist threat, nor any reports of casualties. However, They did explain that the investigation authorities are carrying out cooperative investigations with Interpol, that's the International Criminal Police Organization, as well as some overseas intelligence agencies. And as of 5 a.m. this morning, authorities actually received 2,141 reports related to this matter of the packages, of which 1,462 were actually just mistaken or they were calling for consultation.
And this is, a lot of times people say, why are the police not doing anything?
Yeah.
They are. They've
on
got
the phone.
all of this to deal with, like all of these reports to deal with.
맞아요. Now, how did this, I guess, incident begin?
Right. For those unaware, so like 4 days ago, the Office for Government Policy Coordination received the first report from a welfare facility for people with disabilities in Ulsan. And this actually prompted of like a mysterious package from abroad. And this prompted police and fire authorities to dispatch to the location. It was the package, I believe the first package was from Taiwan. There were some others from like Uzbekistan and stuff. 3 employees reported difficulty breathing and dizziness. However, through all of the testing, it showed negative results for any harmful substances, and they are doing well now. The government is seeing that this could be a brushing scam, and this is where someone sends a random package to a random person, and then they write a review in the receiver's name, which is actually illegal in many countries.
What? I've never heard of that.
Just trying to get
Strange.
reviews.
Yeah.
So strange.
It's very concerning, right? I remember I was in the U.S. when, like, anthrax,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
That was
that was a
big.
big one.
That was like getting mailed to like random places and
Yeah.
maybe not so random places.
The concern here is that their personal information is like out there.
Like,
They're able to
like
access
because
it.
you need an address to that person,
Yeah.
right? So, hopefully more comes to light, when it comes to these mysterious packages. But definitely be updating us
I
here on
will.
the show,
Yeah.
Annie. Thank you. What's next?
Right. So police will decide on the 26th, that's Wednesday, whether to disclose the identity of Cho, who's 33 years old, who went on a stabbing rampage, ending up killing 1 person and injuring 3 others up in Seoul, I believe by the Shilim subway station.
Yeah.
So Joe was arrested yesterday on charges of fatally stabbing a complete stranger at the entrance of a shopping mall alley near Shilim Station on subway line number 2 up in Seoul. That was actually just in broad daylight at 2 p.m.-ish.
Yeah.
He also ended up attacking 3 other men. And during police investigations, the suspect reportedly confessed being, quote, filled with anger and committed the crime because he wanted to, again, quote, wanted to make other people miserable just like his life.
Yeah.
gosh.
This has just really shocked the whole country. And I know as well in the international community, a lot has been going on in
Right.
terms of, sharing information and people worrying about, it's so safe and these kind of things. This is such an unusual incident.
Definitely.
Such an unusual incident for South Korea. But how much about the suspect will be revealed if they decide?
Right. So according to the police today, the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency will hold a personal information disclosure committee. That's on Wednesday, and they'll review whether to disclose his face, his real name, and also his, I guess age is already out, but they did say age. A committee meeting is held if a crime is quite brutal and serious damage occurs. Here, a person was killed. If there's sufficient evidence to believe that the crime was committed, they'd have full evidence. And if it's necessary for the public interest, such as guaranteeing the right to know or preventing reoffenses. The police are also investigating the person who first distributed CCTV footage of the crime, and they're being charged of violating the Information and Communication Network Act because the authorities believe the distribution of the video is a secondary offense to the bereaved families and victims and an act that creates civil anxiety.
Yeah.
And I believe there were it was like 17 videos going around.
Wow. Yeah, because CCTV is everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, I mean, it was shocking to me when I saw this on my feed.
Right.
And because it's so random too.
Right, so out
Yeah.
of the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In broad daylight.
My husband said that he saw part of the video by accident, completely by
Right.
accident, and he's, he's very much against violence and can't even see violent things, and
Yeah.
he's like, I need to get it out of my brain. I feel so sad for the families.
Yeah.
So yeah, really, really tragic.
Yes. Do let us know, how they're going to proceed,
Right.
with him.
Updates coming on
in the coming
Wednesday.
days. Thank you. What's next?
Right, so we talked about this a lot, but climate change has led to an increase in wildfires as well as an increase in intensity with the extreme heat waves in southern Europe. And Greece has been making headlines because they've seen some extreme conditions. They've had power outages. I actually spoke to someone from Greece last night. But the islands of Rhodes and Corfu, are under emergency evacuation circumstances. So the wildfires, I believe I said 80 last time, that are burning across the country have continued Monday local time. And it's forced people to evacuate from a beach in Corfu Island. And tourists in Rhodes Island had to cram into the airport after fleeing this past weekend. So Rhodes specifically saw 19,000 people evacuate over the weekend because the fires had just been burning for about 7 days, and then it just got too close to the populated areas.
Yeah. So were the tourists able to make it out? So what's the situation on the ground right now?
Right. These islands aren't huge either, so it's a bit hectic. But many flights, especially from the UK and Germany, because it is quite a popular destination for them, had been canceled due to the dangerous conditions. There's a lot of smoke. It's hard to see. But countries have organized repatriation flights to get their nationals out as soon as possible. And it was said that tourists have had to sleep on airport floors, sports halls, and even out on the street. And there were also some reports that some people had to walk in the scorching heat that's like 40 plus degrees Celsius to reach safe areas.
Yeah. I mean, it's so crazy how we're dealing with heavy rains and floods and landslides here in Korea. And then there's other parts of the world dealing with almost like the complete opposite. I feel like what we're dealing with. But it's so concerning.
People,
these disasters are just happening
all over the world are just having to deal with this. But I mean, climate change is not something we can stop. It's already happened.
Yeah.
Very clearly. So we need to figure out how we can mitigate and reverse.
맞습니다.
Slow it, preferably.
Yeah.
All right, well, Annie, thank you so much for the Monday roundup of News Bites. Enjoy the rest of your night.
All right, I'll be back tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, bye-bye.
I thought you said we'll see, but
We'll see, Annie. We'll see.
Sorry, Lara.
all right, bye, Annie.
Bye.
All right, let's have a song. This is Busker Busker with 첫사랑.
처음 널 봤을 때 왠지 다른 느낌 너와 함께 말하고 싶어 웃을 때마다 이 맘을 알아가 이제 널 볼 때마다 나의 맘이 너무나 커져 이제 나의 시간은 항상 너와 웃으며 이 밤을 그리워하며 하루를 아쉬워하며 또 너를 기다리겠지 나는 어떡하죠 아직 서툰데 이 마음이 새어나가 커져버린 내 마음이 자꾸만 새어나가 네가 없을 때 왠지 아픈 느낌 이 마음을 전하고 싶어 눈을 감으면 또 네가 떠올라 이제 숨 쉴 때마다 네 모습이 너무나 커져 이제 나의 사랑은 항상 너와 웃으며 이 밤을 그리워하며 하루를 아쉬워하며 또 너를 기다리겠지 나는 어떡하죠 아직 서툰데 이 마음이 새어나가 커져버린 내 마음이 자꾸만 새어나가 아름다운 그대여 참아보려 했지만 어두워지는 밤과 외로움 알겠네
Oh, did you not realize the mics were up? Oh, no, you realize. You know.
I'm doing it on purpose.
You're doing it on purpose.
네.
Let's get back into the show, please.
버스커의 첫사랑.
Yeah.
Hi.
I love that.
네.
Anyway, welcome back to the show. It is Inside Out Busan. The time is 6:32 on the clock. Welcome. I'm Laura McClucky.
And I'm Minsu Shin. Happy Monday. And a rainy Monday at that.
It was a little bit rainy. It was very sunny, very hot.
Yeah.
Also rainy. It was kind of all seasons.
소나기 here and there, and then full on rain for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then it stopped. So I don't know if you would consider that a 소나기.
Guess what
but-
I did today?
What?
보여줄까요? 보여줄까?
I'm curious and I'm scared at the same
Don't be
time.
scared.
Oh.
Don't be scared. I'm so cool.
You went. What do you call that?
Luge.
Luging.
I went to the luge. I'm showing the
that sounds
camera on
so
not
fun.
but right now,
네.
this is what I did. I went to the luge. So I'm showing the camera.
Do they have like one of those downhill like slope cams? Or is it
Yeah.
just
So there's a
somebody
video
take-
of me.
Oh.
So you scan your helmet and then
Yeah.
it shows you all the pictures of you.
Oh, fancy.
And it was so fun. It's the first time I've been, but I went. So I'm part of the 자문단 for the Busan 국제 관광도시
네.
project. So I'm the global citizen advisory.
재밌었겠다.
So part of my job is to go out and enjoy Busan.
Mm.
And then 평가.
And the luge. I have yet to go on that.
So fun.
Listeners, have you been on the luge?
Super fun.
Tell me, am I missing out?
It was definitely well aging. Made me feel very young.
Oh, yeah, because we're talking about like feeling young,
Yeah.
right? So not only socializing with
Yeah.
people, but going on the luge.
Going on the luge.
The thrill, the wind in your hair,
Yeah.
and everything makes you feel young too. That's nice.
And I did it with a Visit Busan pass, which if
Oh.
you haven't tried it.
Ooh, I feel like we're gonna talk about that
Yeah.
like this week,
We should.
sometime.
Anywho, let's get to the weather.
Yes, please.
The mercury level currently averaging 24 degrees Celsius, morning lows of 24, afternoon highs of 29. It will be cloudy tomorrow morning, clear up in the afternoon time, and it will be on and off showers around Busan during the weekdays, depending on where you are in the city. 내일 부산은 오전에는 흐리다가 오후부터 맑아지겠습니다.
네, 감사합니다.
비가 왔다 갔다 할
그렇죠.
거예요.
Traffic, we have congestion on 관문대로 from Mora overpass going towards Baegang Tunnel.
뭐라?
네, Mora. There's also congestion on Yeonsuro from Mangmi Junction going towards Suyong Junction. Slow-moving traffic on Mandokdaero from Deokcheon Junction going towards Sukdeung Junction. And report of a car that has broken down near Onggigor before the Gyori Thruway intersection. That's on Bansonglo from Seokdae Junction going towards the Gyori intersection. Yeah. Everybody,
Drive safe.
부탁드릴게요.
Yes. 6:35. It's time for the IOB 5분 상식. Yes, the IOB 5분 상식, getting you in the know of some of the most trending, useful, and need-to-know words and expressions in the world. 5분만 들으면 유식해지는 시간이죠.
네, 오늘의 5분 상식은요. 자동차 에어컨 온도를 높이거나 끄면 휘발유 사용을 줄일 수 있을까요? 알아보도록 하겠습니다.
Is today our second date? Phew. Oh, it's so hot in here. 차 아니 너무 덥네요. Can we turn on the air conditioner in your car, please, 민수 씨?
로라 씨, we don't need to turn the AC on. It's all about fuel efficiency. You know what I'm saying?
민수 씨 너무 덥네. It's sweltering. It's summertime and the inside of your car is scorching hot. Please, can we turn on the AC?
Oh, come on, 로라 씨. Look outside. The window's perfect. Just the way it is, right? Just open the window, right? Why don't we roll down the window, Laura? Just breathe in all that fresh air.
Yeah, great. Fresh air and a side of hot exhaust fumes. Yummy. And here's the thing. I can assure you that turning on the air conditioner actually improves fuel efficiency. Trust me.
Hey, 거짓말. You lie. Everyone knows that using the AC, the air conditioner, that you spend more gas. 로라 씨는 귀여운 거짓말쟁이네.
I promise I'm not lying, Minsu 씨. It's unbearably hot in your car. Please just close the door and turn on the AC, please.
어이구 귀여운 로라 씨. Just open the window or the door, enjoy the drive. But
Door?
only when I'm in park, okay?
Okay.
Because saving on fuel, right, in this economy, this is something that we have to all try to do, right? And also we can have a long day today. 에어컨 안 켜면 우리 더 오래 데이트할 수 있다고요.
진짜 내려달라고!
오.
Just drop me off. We've been driving for 9 hours without AC. I want to go home.
Okay. Calm down.
I'm watching my face on 너튜브. 너무 무서워. 남편 미안해.
아니, 남편 아니고
남편한테 진짜 미안해.
진짜
진짜
남편한테.
내 얼굴 진짜 남편한테
왜냐면
미안하다고.
그런 표정 하면서
I just saw my face. Crikey.
네, 근데 그만큼 삶이 많이 더우면 짜증날 수 있죠.
9 hours without the aircon, Minsu. What is your problem?
That is unheard of.
Yeah.
Even me. Shame on me.
What's wrong with you?
Right? So during the hot and humid summers, some drivers actually, they're a little hesitant when it comes to using their ACs because they're worried about the impact on fuel efficiency for
Yeah.
their cars. So Laura, tell us, does the air conditioning temperature affect our car fuel efficiency?
It does. Ooh. Okay, so according to Korea Energy Agency's experiments or results, tests, when a driver turns on the air conditioner as soon as they start the engine, fuel efficiency drops by up to 31%, resulting in high oil consumption. However, when adjusting your air conditioner temp to 18, 22, and 26 degrees during driving, so while you're driving, the experiment showed very minimal impact on fuel efficiency.
I wonder why 18, 22, and 26.
I mean, specific, but there we go.
Yeah. I feel like 26 is like a good,
That's what I have my house one on now.
Yeah. Now, does this mean that we don't need to turn off or raise the AC temperature while driving to save on gas then? Why is that?
So even if the car's air conditioner is running, the amount of refrigerant for the car's air conditioner compressor remains constant. So the temperature is controlled by blending engine waste heat. So even if you adjust the set temperature, the impact on fuel efficiency is minimal.
Okay. Then what can drivers do to ensure efficient use of their AC in the car as well maintaining fuel efficiency, especially during the summer?
맞아요. So to improve fuel efficiency, instead of switching your aircon on and off, which I was doing today. Whoops.
저는 온도 올렸다 내렸다 그렇게 하는데.
맞아요. 그렇게 했어요. Follow these steps. When you enter the car, open the window briefly to release all that hot air. And then set the air conditioner to a higher setting to cool the interior. And then maintain the air conditioner temperature at a constant level. So 26. But I stick it on blast at low. Full blast AC on low.
맞아요. Because it's super
시원하네.
hot, right? You know this trick I thought that actually worked, but I come to realize it doesn't. Somebody told me if you open like one door, like one side door, like on the right side of your car, if you open that door, and then you go to the left side, and you open the door, and then close the door. If you do that open, shut, like 5 times, you blow all that hot air like out in that 5 kind of like open and close things, motions. But I've been doing that for like 5 years.
I feel like you're blowing a lot of hot air right now.
And then it ended up like I had like a thermometer in there. It was like just the same.
Well,
it was just in my head.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a shame.
There you go, listeners. If you've been doing that, don't do it
what
anymore.
we do. Yeah, don't be like us.
네.
Do the smart thing.
So, do drivers not need to turn off or raise the air conditioner temperature while driving to save on gas? 자동차 에어컨은 폐열을 이용하기 때문에 온도 조정이 연비에 크게 영향을 미치지 않습니다. 따라서 운전할 때 에어컨을 껐다 켰다, like Laura does, 하기보다 일정 온도로 유지해 주는 게 더 좋다고 합니다.
네.
오늘의 5분 상식이었습니다. 김대리, 퇴근하나?
예, 부장님.
집이 교회종이지? 같은 방향인데 같이 가지? 요즘 회사 생활 어떤가?
예, 저 열심히 잘하고 있습니다.
결혼 생활도 재밌지?
예, 뭐 즐겁죠, 예. 그 라디오라도 좀.
그래, 라디오.
네가 저번 주에 온 신참인 것 같네.
22번 홀리면
진짜 회사 생활 쉽지 않다.
I was born in Seoul and grew up in America. Sir.
어색한 이 순간 인사이드 아웃 부산과 함께하세요.
Monday Riddler.
I mean, I don't know.
Yes, everybody. It's the
don't get
Monday
it.
Riddler.
Because he keeps everybody guessing.
Yes.
I mean, it's just weirder and weirder every day. You know?
Oh, that's the story of my life.
Just goes to show you that Andrew's having fun day by day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same old thing every day.
Yeah.
Give you something new,
Hi, Andrew.
maybe something you don't want.
Well,
No, we always
here you
want
are.
whatever
already.
you bring.
There it is.
Too late.
How you doing today, sir?
Oh, God, there's some technical problems with my, what do you call this thing?
Stand.
I don't know. It's
Script stand, book stand.
Yeah.
What's originally a book stand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're just going to get rid of that. All right. I don't know. Anyway, sorry for the technical difficulties over here, people. I think I got it figured out now.
Everything's
There we're
falling
good.
apart.
We're
There
good.
you
That's
go.
like basic technology.
Yeah, it is. It's like the wheel.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's here to tell us riddles, not
Yeah.
to fix
Ooh.
Oh,
book stands
look at
that we
that.
got.
Oh.
Climbing. over
Anyway,
my head.
how's everyone out there in Radio Land?
Great.
Yeah.
Or Tube Land, wherever you're at.
Great.
You know, you're talking to everybody.
Everybody's
Did you
happy
guys-
today.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, super good weekend. Thank you.
Yeah.
Lovely.
A restful one for me.
Yeah, I wanted it to be like that, and it ended up not being as restful as I wanted, but not as stressful either. So
Okay.
that's all right.
So it was in the middle.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's what
All right.
counts.
That's what it's all about.
Let's get to some riddles.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Monday Riddler Andrew is going to give us some riddles. I'm going to try to figure it out because I feel like I'm always trying to figure it out.
Laura's just like, tongue up.
Good idea.
I've
But
not even
listeners-
looked at the page yet, so I'm
Good,
not
good.
looking until you start going through them.
See, this is what's going to kill me. But listeners, if you want to get on it too, help me
Help me
figure out
help you people.
these riddles.
Help me.
맞아요.
Help
Get in
you.
on it, listeners. Pound 9050, 샵 9050, Kakao Talk or YouTube. Upload your answers.
Yes,
we'll
for
try
sure.
to get to your answers first before we get to ours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So number one here,
Yeah.
a couple shorter ones to have some fun with. All right.
These ones are always
These are a couple of what am I riddles. All right. Minzu, a penguin. No. All right. I am always hungry and will die if not fed.
Minsu.
Well, I'm on that I'm on that plan as well. But whatever I touch will soon turn red.
Oh.
What am I? So I am always hungry and will die if not fed. But whatever I touch will soon turn red. What am I?
정답.
벌써? Whatever I touch will soon turn red. Soon, not right away. Soon. And I am too focused on that for no reason because I'm just trying to
He's like curry.
buy me time.
I had
Gochujang
curry
paste.
today. I had curry today. It was delicious. Green curry.
Oh,
Thai green curry.
Always hungry and will not die. And will die if not fed.
yeah.
Whatever I touch will soon turn red.
Yes. All right.
난 몰라 생각이
Laura,
안 나요.
you say you got it?
I mean, I don't think so. But
Okay, but-
the sun.
No.
Oh.
Well, no, hold on. You're wrong, but you're still right in some way.
Something about being sunburnt. Because you soon will turn red.
Yeah, that's why I said the sun.
Oh, okay.
Oh, jumpins. Oh, my. It is fire.
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 Yeah.
So that's why I said you're not right, but you're not really wrong.
Yeah.
Okay? So,
I mean,
yeah.
I said burning.
Yeah.
You didn't hear me?
In the ring of fire. you need to finish that line of the song. All right?
Fire. I'm always hungry and will die if not fed. Like you mean wood, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever catches on fire.
Sure.
And whatever I touch will soon turn red.
Yeah. Like our listener base whenever I come on here. Fire. All right. All right.
All right.
Number 2. Another what am I? We're starting off with 3 what am I's, okay? Spelled forwards, I'm what you do every day. Spelled backward, I'm something you hate. Minsu's like, how do I spell Andrew backwards? Oh,
How do I spell Monday Riddler?
yeah, forward and backwards.
Spell forwards, I'm what you do every day.
Yes.
spelled backward, I'm something you hate.
And it's not something just you
정답.
do or you do. Everybody does this.
정답.
We'll get right to it if you know it.
Just
Let's-
making it up.
No?
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, does it work forward and backward
Yeah.
for your word?
What is it?
What do we do?
Sleep. Peels.
No.
Who doesn't hate apple peel?
Well, no.
Orange peel? Banana peel?
I'm going to peel right out of here.
No, but if you do it backwards, it's something you hate.
Sleep. You do it forwards, it's something you do every day. Spell
Yeah.
backwards is something you hate. Peels.
Okay. Is it kind of like an action like sleep?
No, it's more of a concept, I guess. Or, I mean, you could describe people as being this, or and you would not like them if they were.
Alive.
Well, you're on the same. Well,
Yeah.
no, that's something maybe you do every day.
Oh, yeah.
So forward, live.
Uh-huh.
Backwards,
Evil.
Evil. So the word is live.
Live.
All right.
Oh,
Evil. So you said alive. You were there.
yeah.
But what if you don't hate evil?
Well, then you're
I
evil.
went to a brick cafe today as well, and there was a Voldemort.
Don't say that name.
The
He
name
must not
shall
be-
not, that not,
Yeah.
shall not,
Do not say
that
that.
shall
So
not
I
be
just kept
spoken.
walking up to all the other people in the tour, going, Harry Potter.
We have Ryu 원장님 saying
Poop.
poop.
I love it. You love it and you hate it.
It's spelled backwards.
Hey, fair enough.
You do it every day.
Yeah,
I
hopefully
hate
you do it every day.
I don't hate that.
All right. All right. The last what am I one,
Yeah.
okay? I'm a god. Yeah, yes, I am. A planet. And I know you guys use this a lot on this program. And I measure heat.
정답.
What am I?
자,
Got it.
1, 2, 3. Mercury.
Hey, I love how you guys say the mercury level. And we don't use mercury in thermometers anymore, so it's a bit
Oh, we
different.
don't?
Well,
I
not,
just read what's on the script.
not the ones that you stick outside your window that have like the yellow or the red stuff in it. I don't think it's a little different these days.
Yeah. Also, I just wanted to say Uranus for a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a funny joke with that today, but I can't say it.
I was going through all the planets for
Yeah.
some reason.
He's like all four of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Including Earth, right?
All right. Here's a little funny. This one
Yes.
is more of like
the ones that we have to think a little bit.
no. This is more like a dad joke. All right.
Oh.
But it's
Dr. Liu, you would love this.
Yeah.
Listen
Okay.
up.
What would a math teacher be doing with a piece of graph paper?
What would a math teacher be doing with a piece of graph paper?
Or sorry, Laura, a maths teacher.
It is maths.
Okay. I'm just. Hey, I clarified that.
Why do you call?
That I-
Thank you. I appreciate that. What do you say in Canada? Maths.
Oh, we just. I think no mathematics.
Okay. So
No,
you-
we just say math.
Yeah, we just say math.
math.
Maths. Come on.
Anyway,
What
what
would a
would a
math
math teacher be doing with a piece of graph paper?
What would a math teacher be doing with a piece of graph paper?
Making graphs.
No, think of like if it's a dad joke. He would be or she would be plotting something. There, that's when you had to use your Voldemort voice. Come on. Now. Yes. All right. Okay. Now let's get to something that's a little bit more difficult.
Yes.
And I'm happy you have your script for this today because then
Yeah.
you can actually see potentially what is going on here. For our listeners at home or in your car, wherever you may be, you're going to really need to know how things are going on with this. So listen carefully.
That means it's a long one.
No, it's not. George, Helen, and Steve are drinking coffee.
Oh.
Bert, Karen, and Dave are drinking cola. Following this pattern, Elizabeth, is she drinking coffee or soda or cola?
What?
Yeah, so Elizabeth is a new name brought into this. So we have 3 and 3, George, Helen, and Steve, and Bert, Karen, and Dave.
Oh.
The first group are drinking coffee. Second group are drinking soda or cola. Now, what will Elizabeth be drinking?
Then we have to say the answer and then obviously tell the reason, right? Because the answer is going to be coffee or soda.
Yes.
One of them.
You need to use your maths and show your work here.
Liu 원장님 says coffee.
Okay.
원장님, why do you think it's coffee? George, Helen, Steve are drinking coffee. Bert, Karen, and Dave are drinking cola. What's Elizabeth drinking? Which one?
What do you think, Lauren? Any
Oh,
clue?
there's a pattern here.
Yeah, there is. There
George,
is.
Helen, Steve, Bert, Karen, Dave. No.
All right, look.
Liz. Oh.
Here is a little hint. The spelling of their names comes into play here.
That's what I'm looking at, but I can't find the pattern.
It's a certain letter in each of the names, where on one group has more and the other group has less.
Okay, I know what
Oh.
she's drinking. Coffee.
And why is she drinking coffee?
She's got 2 E's in her name.
Because she has 2 E's in her name.
Yes, I see that pattern
so
now.
George has 2 E's, Helen has 2 E's, and Steve has 2 E's. They're all drinking coffee. Elizabeth also 2 E's. She's drinking coffee.
That's so stupid.
Yeah. Well, sorry.
So
All
stupid.
right. Now, this one, I need you guys to both participate.
I'm angry.
You have to. Okay. All right. Don't get angry at me. We got time for maybe 2 more, but this one is
Okay.
quick because I need your answer quickly.
Okay.
Okay. So as soon as I'm done, you have to say the answer. There's no thinking here. Okay. All right. First, think of the color of the clouds. Next, think of the color of snow. Now, think of the color of a bright full moon. Now, answer this quickly. What do cows drink?
Milk.
Water.
Cows don't drink milk, Vinsu.
Baby cows do.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Oh, this is kind of like one of those mind games, right?
I'm so happy.
Oh, it's like what? Because I've seen this before. Like people would give a certain color, and they would
Yeah.
ask what a color of this is.
And they say like green, and it's
Yeah.
really not even close to that. Yeah. I love that.
See, it's because I'm stuck with the pattern thing.
Yes.
In the previous question,
I
was
set
just
you
so
up.
focused.
I set you up for it. All right, our last one here because I think we're running out of time. I'm so happy that you said milk. It's great. All right. My thunder comes before the lightning. My lightning comes before the clouds. My rain dries all the land it touches. What am I?
You're a time machine.
Do you come from a land down under?
There you go.
I just had the
So,
theme tune in my head.
Typically, you see lightning and then you hear the thunder, right? But for this,
Thunder comes before the lightning.
yes.
My lightning comes before the clouds. My rain dries all the land it touches. What am I? Are we talking about acid rain here?
Oh, it potentially could be.
I don't think we're getting too sciencey.
There we are.
Well, you're not. You're not. I think you're on the right track.
My thunder comes before the lightning. Sound first.
My thunder.
Sight first. Oh no, that doesn't make sense. My rain dries all the land it touches.
Yes.
What am I?
And don't necessarily think of rain as in like water rain. Think of something also raining down.
Because you could make it rain with stuff. There's stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
There we go.
oh, because that
Dollar
would dry.
dollar bills, y'all.
That would dry. Yeah.
Dollar
That would dry out my land real quick. Oh, you go. Ryuwanja님 says air.
No. No.
My thunder comes before the lightning.
You just said that in the same theme as the song you were singing.
Thunder.
No.
Thunder.
My thunder comes
Lightning
before
and
the
thunder.
lightning.
This-
Because
My
it's all
lightning comes before the
backwards,
clouds.
right?
So thunder comes and then lightning comes. I have no idea. Like my
It
brain
is
isn't
a
working.
volcano.
Volcano.
So the volcano, the sound comes before the bright lights, the fire shooting in the air, the lightning. All right.
Yes.
The lightning comes before the clouds.
Yes.
So you see that before you see the big
The plume.
Yep. And then also the rain the ash and everything rains down, dries out the land.
You gotta really know how a volcano works.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Or
To get
how
this question.
or what cows drink. I mean, even we could go that far as well.
We're learning a lot today.
Yeah.
It's like a science class today.
Hey,
is.
well, I'm glad it could be helpful or
Right.
not, whatever. You
Yeah.
know, that's okay.
No, it'll definitely help me. Emotional scars. I
Means who's
always
on the way
take from
home
this.
messaging people, hey, I got a riddle for you.
All right, well, Dr. Yu, thank you so much. Cost saying the classic as well, probably to that, the milk and
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever cost name. All right.
I love it. I
Andrew,
love
thank
it.
you so much. That'll do it for Monday Riddler. We'll see you back here next
Have
week.
a good one, everyone.
Thanks, Andrew.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
My brain hurts. I'm glad he's leaving now. This is Meatloaf. I would do anything for love. We'll see you at the second half at 7 o'clock.
I'll never lie to you, and that's a fact. But I'll never forget the way I won't do that. And some days it don't come easy, and some days it don't come hard. Some days it don't come at all, and these are the days that never end. And some nights you're breathing fire, and some nights you're clogged in ice. Some nights you're like nothing I've ever seen before. Will again, and maybe I'm crazy. Oh, it's crazy and it's true. I know you can save me, no one else can save me now but you.
Transforming our world. Navigating toward a better future. The great transformation begins right here in Busan through the 2030 Busan World Expo. Busan will set a new course toward a better tomorrow for the Earth and for humanity. So we need your support to start a new movement.
I support.
지지합니다.
I support.
I support.
지지합니다.
I support. I support.
Busan, the city where you can experience nature, technology, and people. The one and only 2030 Busan World Expo awaits you.
See you right here in Busan.
See you right here in Busan. This campaign is brought to you by BFM, 부산영어방송.
안녕하세요. 전국민 안전 캠페인 홍보대사 오나라입니다. 서두르다가 안전사고 겪은 분들 많죠? 그래서 빨리빨리 하기 전에 5초만 안전습관 캠페인을 시작합니다. 에스컬레이터로 뛰어들기 전에 5초만. 멈춘 후에 손잡이 꼭 잡고 타기. 슬금슬금 우회전하기 전에 5초만. 확실히 멈추고 주의 살피기. 이륜차 타기 전에 5초만. 헬멧 확인하고 출발하기. 빨리빨리 하기 전에 5초만 멈추면 모두의 안전이 계속됩니다. 다 함께 시작해볼까요? 나부터 5초만.
5초만, 5초만.
공익광고협의회.
The time is now 7 o'clock.
꼬리에 꼬리를 무는 품격 있는 토크. 시끄러워 죄송합니다. 로라 민수의 인사이드 아웃 부산.
Welcome back to the second half of Inside Out Busan. Welcome everybody to our show. It's the chill hour here. I'm Laura McCluckey.
And I'm Minsu Shin, especially very much needed from Monday, as it's probably not like the easiest days to get through,
it's
right?
not. Sarangdo23님 says, good evening, happy Monday. Happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday
And
to you.
we've been talking about how do we make friends, and Tokking-nim said, I agree, as I get older I think I have fewer friends and it's hard to make new ones, but I have a dog and I make new friends at a dog cafe. My husband also said, if a single man wants to meet a girlfriend, take a walk in the park with his puppy. And then Kosnim said, sounds like a good job.
Yeah.
Will I apply?
Yeah. Right?
No,
Those
they're
puppies,
just funny.
right?
It'll
Magnets
get
they
you.
are.
They really are babe
Magnets they
magnets.
are, yeah.
Get a puppy. You can borrow my dog if you need to.
We have Anungyonim saying, lower degrees of stress, be social, and don't care about what others think about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good vibes only, right?
Good vibes only.
That's a good
and
formula.
If there's bad vibes, that's okay too. But we don't want to wallow in the bad vibes.
Could have chopped.
Anywho, it's time for On the Mic, where it's always good vibes. Our reporters head out into the world and they interview you, our listeners. So let's see who's on the mic today.
Hi, today we're going to talk to someone and find out a little bit about them. Hi, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Vicki Smith and I'm from Seattle, Washington.
All right, so tell me a little bit about one of the things that you love in Busan.
Oh, Busan is so cool. There's so many neat things to see. And I'm staying in a room right at the edge of the water there. So I have been picking up sea glass on the beach, and no one seems to know why I'm doing that. Because in America, it's they really want the sea glass. They do a lot of arts and crafts with the sea glass, and it's very well popular.
Okay, and tell us a little bit, what is sea glass? What does it look like, and how do you find it?
Sea glass is just glass that's been in the water for quite some time and is getting polished around the edges and stuff. So sea glass isn't sharp. It's just round and about. But you can find all colors of sea glass. There's orange ones, amber ones, I guess. There are green ones, there are white ones, and there are blue ones.
Awesome. So in Gwangali Beach, you're able to find a lot of sea glass. Is that right?
Everyone thought I was crazy picking up all this glass off the shore, and they didn't know. I guess in Busan, people don't know anything about the sea glass. It's just they're used to it. So when I was out picking up all this sea glass, I had people looking at me and kind of shaking their heads, going, "What is she finding out there?" And then they'd come up and look where I'd been, like looking in there. I had 2 pounds of sea glass.
Wow, that's amazing. So what kind of things do you like to do with sea glass?
I like to do art projects with sea glass. You can do all kinds of art projects, and you can mix the colors together, but just putting them into some art. I mean, people can even use them for necklaces if they get the wire around them, around the glass, and that's really pretty.
Oh, what's your favorite art to make with sea glass?
My favorite is I'm making refrigerator magnets.
Ooh, so how do you do that?
So I have some tiles, and I go and paint the tiles, and then I find what sea glass, the order in which I want it, and then I put that on the tile that I'm putting on, and then people can just put it on the refrigerator. It comes right up, and it's really pretty.
That sounds like an awesome thing to make, and you can find the sea glass right in Busan. And tell me one other thing that you love about Busan.
I loved seeing the cat cafes. It was so cool to go up, and you have to buy a drink, I believe, but otherwise the admission is free. And you can go up and pet the kitties or get them on your lap, and they do have more food you can feed them. So they like you better when you give them lots of food.
And are the cats just like regular cats, or are there different types of cats at these cat cafes?
There are all kinds of different cats at these cafes. They are all colors, all sexes. They just have to get along with each other. If they don't get along with each other, it doesn't work quite as well.
And is there any kind of thing like this in Seattle?
Yeah, we don't have any cat cafes in Seattle. I've always thought there should be. Yes, I thought it would be really nice to have a cat cafe in Seattle, because there's a lot of people that come from other countries and their kids, and they don't have a cat. They can't have a cat, so they can go into a cafe, buy a little drink, and then they get to hold the kittens, or the cats, stay there all day long if they want.
All right, and last question. Why do you think people should come to Busan besides the sea glass and cat cafes? What is another reason?
Oh, everyone is so nice and helpful, and so I was really happy about that. I got to ride my first subway.
Ooh.
And that was lots of fun.
And was it different than you expected?
Yeah, it was really a lot nicer than I thought it would be. It was a cool way to get around the city. I just thought that was great.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you to Tegan for that lovely interview there. And to Vicky as well, who was talking about her time in Busan.
Yeah. When's the last time you went smooth? What's the word? Sea glass. I was like smooth glass collecting.
Smooth glass.
Because they are very smooth.
Have I ever been sea glass collecting? I don't think so.
I went last year with my daughter. We couldn't find a lot though.
Yeah.
Yeah. 조금, I think there's like a method, a way. Because I see some people like post on like social media exactly what Vicky enjoys doing at the beach, and they're like really pretty too. I was like, where do you find those?
Yeah.
And then they go home and they like polish it even more, and they're all like sparkly and super clear.
I love it when it gets frosted.
Oh, when it's like
I love that.
Kinda
So
like-
scratched.
it's like cloudy,
Yeah.
a little bit.
I like that.
Oh, I like it clear.
Anyway, we're not talking about martinis here. Let's get on with this because Vicky was also talking about how friendly people are here in Busan. What do you say to that?
I couldn't agree with you more, Vicky.
I concur.
Yeah.
Do you concur? I concur.
I mean, like we always talk, not always, but we bring it up frequently. It's all about that chung,
Yeah.
right? I think Vicky experienced it firsthand. What chung was all about here in Busan.
It was funny. My friend who is from New York and he has lived in Korea for many, many years. I think almost the same amount of time as I've lived here too.
Oh, long
But
time.
he doesn't really speak in Korean. And so he came back. He was recently on holiday and he came back to the airport. And he said that this Korean guy was following him around. And he's like, I thought he was a scammer.
No.
And I was like, well, what did he want? He was like, he was trying to help me. He was trying to help me. He was trying to ask me, what do you need? What are you looking for?
아이고.
I must have looked really, really lost. So this guy was kind of following my friend and he was following him around and he's like, are you looking for a taxi? He's like, no, I'm going to get the bus. He's like, oh, the bus is over here. You can get the bus from this side. And he's like, oh, thanks. And then he realized he's just trying to give him information. So, like, people in Busan will chase you through the
Come
airport
here.
terminal
Come here. That's not where you're supposed
in
to be. You're
order
supposed
to
be
be
here.
kind and helpful to you. Yeah.
맞아. How scared your friend must have looked for a person to go, that guy really needs help.
He just looks lost. I mean, in life in general, he looks pretty lost.
But Busan people will do that, I
Yeah.
think. And even, if you just ask,
Yeah.
I want to say more than not, they'll help you.
People are very kind.
Yeah,
People are very
right?
kind, especially in the areas that have some tourist attractions or that are really older parts of town. You
맞아요.
know?
Yeah. And she mentioned her other favorite thing, the cat cafes.
Yeah.
Have you been?
I have been to cat, but I'm allergic to cats.
Oh, okay.
So I love cats. I love all animals. But if I touch a cat, I get really, really like puffy eyes, itchy nose, sneeze, tight throat, etc.
Avoid that.
Yeah.
But I've been to the cat cafes. I've been to dog cafes. It was our first, and it was like my first time here in Korea. They don't have anything like that back in the States, right?
Yeah.
But I first thought it was like, I don't know if this is good for the pets.
Yeah.
Right. But they, like a lot of the places I've been to, they would go kind of out of their way to make sure like the customers knew that these pets were like they were treating them like they were
They're
actually their
pets.
pets.
Yeah, they're pets.
Yeah. And then they were there just kind of like help, because a lot of the times these places, it's supposed to be stress relievers.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
A wellness cafe.
Like like dogs and even like cats and like other animals that help people with like stress and anxiety.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. I heard. Yeah.
Do you know there's a raccoon cafe in
A
Busan?
raccoon cafe.
I can't say the name of it because it would be promotion. But I'm going to tell you off air. You'll love it. The name of it. But I feel like that's more stressful. Raccoons have very sharp claws.
Yeah.
Or really big claws. And if they climb on you, that's going to be a whole thing. It's going to be an issue.
Yeah, they kind of clamp down.
Hamster
right?
cafe. I can get on board with a hamster cafe.
Yeah. So yeah, Vicky, I'm glad that you enjoyed your time here in Busan. You touched on, I think, a couple things that do get like overlooked sometimes,
Yeah.
like just sea glass out on the beach,
Yeah.
right? Cat cafes, because she likes making art and stuff and crafts. So yeah, Vicky, I'm glad you enjoyed your time. Come back now. You hear?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'll come back now, you hear? And also riding the subway for the first time. I remember doing that in Glasgow a long time ago, and I was like this the whole time. With a grin on my face because it was so exciting.
Very giddy, right? Yeah. I mean, I liked it because it was way better, cleaner, and more efficient than what I used to take back home in California, the BART, right? So anybody from Bay Area, it's just, there's no separate lines, other lines, just like one thing around like the Bay Area, but not like the not like the cleanest, I would
It's
say.
like
I don't know
fast
how
food
much, they revamped it or
Yeah.
like how much they cleaned it up. But yeah, I very much enjoyed the subway system here.
Yeah, same.
Hmm.
Same.
Yeah. Vicky, thank you so much. And thank you to our reporter, Tegan. That was today's On the Mic.
On the mic. All right. Shall we have a song?
Let's do it.
What is the song?
Lenny Kravitz. It ain't over till it's over.
Nice.
Here we are, still together. We are one. So much time wasted playing games with love. So many tears I've cried, so much pain inside. But baby, it ain't over till it's over. So many years we tried to keep our love alive. But baby, it ain't over till it's over. How many times did we give up? But we always work things out. All my doubts and fears get me wondering, yeah, if I'd always be in love. So many tears I've cried, so much pain inside. But baby, it ain't over till it's over. So many years we've tried and kept our love alive. 'Cause baby, it ain't over till it's over. So many tears I've cried, so much pain inside. Baby, it ain't over till it's over. So many years we've tried and kept our love alive. 'Cause baby, it ain't over till it's over. So many tears I've cried, so much pain inside. But baby, it ain't over till it's over. So many years we tried to keep our love alive. 'Cause baby, it ain't over till it's over. So many tears we cried, so much pain inside. But baby, it ain't over till it's over. So many years we tried to keep our love alive. 'Cause baby, it ain't over till it's over. So many tears we cried, so much pain inside. But baby, it ain't over till it's
Oh, I love a bit of Lenny Kravitz, you know.
Yeah. His daughter is an actress, isn't she? Very, very talented family that they have. Zoe Kravitz, I believe. Yeah. She was in a bunch of like the X-Men movies.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
I don't watch those.
And then I don't know if they're married, but Lenny Kravitz also has had a very talented wife as well.
Really?
Also another artist.
Well, there we go.
Talent runs in that family. I'm quite
Yes.
jealous.
Or is born in the family.
Oh.
Or no, there's
Did
no
I
more.
assume?
There's no more. There's no more Laura. Stop it now. Welcome back to the show.
Hello, everybody.
7:17 on the clock. You are tuned into Inside Out Busan on 90.5, 103.3 FM. Welcome to BEFM 부산영어방송입니다. 반갑습니다.
Welcome.
I'm Laura McCluckey.
And I'm Min-Soo Shin. And welcome to our show. I do hope listeners are staying cool and dry as much as you can.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's hard.
It is hard to stay cool and dry, especially in this weather. Summertime in Korea.
Yes.
Yeah.
JB-님, late join, sir, as he says. You're
Hello,
never too
sir.
late.
Yeah.
You're here.
You're not late.
That's what counts.
Better late than never.
JB-님, thank you so much for joining us.
Better out than in, that's what I always say. It's currently 24 degrees Celsius here in Busan, on average. We can expect morning lows of 24 tomorrow, afternoon highs of 29 degrees Celsius. On and off showers will fall in lots of different areas throughout Busan until tomorrow, and the conditions will be hot and humid, much like today. So just FYI. 부산은 내일 소나기가 내렸다 그쳤다 하면서 무덥겠습니다.
네.
물 많이 드세요.
맞아요. 중요하죠. I had 2 liters of water today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like craving water. What do you call that? Thirsty. There you go.
Thirsty. I was thirsty. I was real thirsty today.
I was craving water today for some reason.
I really like
That's
the
what you call
water
being
today.
thirsty. 맞아요. 좀 목 많이 말랐습니다. When it comes to our traffic, congestion on Hwangyongdaero from 상공회의소 going towards Hwangyong Tunnel. Also congestion on Yunsan Tunnel going towards 해동동. From 해동동 going towards Bugok Interchange. That's inside Yunsan Tunnel. Slow-moving traffic on 중앙대로 from Gwangmugyo Bridge going towards Bomnaekgol Junction. And unfortunately, a report of an accident. There's a car and taxi collision right in front of Samyeon Lotte Hotel. If you're on Gayadaero and you're going towards Samyeon, that might be the reason why there's a lot of backup. Yeah. Everybody,
drive safe.
부탁드릴게요.
Just be careful.
네.
Yes. It's that time of evening where the main traffic has kind of died down already. It's past peak drive time. But it's still, it's still 퇴근길.
Yes.
People are still trying to get home.
Yeah.
So just stay alert, open your window, or maybe that's not a good idea because it's warm outside. But, chew some gum, get the aircon on, some music on, or tune into the EFM.
You know, that happens, I think, if just after a long day. Like you don't even have to be on like a freeway or a highway, because it's not really like it doesn't take a lot to drive on. Like by focus, right?
Yeah.
That's why there's a lot of people kind of drifting off, and then accidents happen. But people after they get off work, right? And if you're stuck in heavy traffic, you're not moving as much.
You're just
and
sleepy.
People like fall asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, especially if you've had dinner already.
Oh yeah.
And your belly's all satisfied and you're in this parasympathetic nervous system and you're just like, gotta get home. Yeah, gotta be careful.
It's tricky, folks,
Gotta be
but
careful.
do what you need to do to drive safe.
Yeah.
All right. It's 7:20. It's Monday, second hour of our show. You know what that means?
Worldwide whatever?
Oh, so smart.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
Worldwide. Whatever. Whatever.
Worldwide. Whatever.
I love it.
Whatever is the name of the segment.
Worldwide whatever.
Yes, WWW. This is a segment that I lead for our listeners, as well as Laura here in the studio. You do your thing every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right?
I do.
Yeah. So, Worldwide Whatevers, this is where I bring you just news.
Just whatever you choose. Just
Basically,
whatever you think
almost
you want to do.
whatevers, yes. But it's news that I feel like, once again, doesn't make headlines. It's not the first thing you click on or you turn to. Do people still get newspapers?
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yes. Yes, they do.
You got to go back a couple pages if you read the newspaper.
Yeah, you're not going to get this news in the newspaper. This will be in the bottom shelves or the top shelves. Maybe not the top shelves, but this will not be on the newsstand.
You make it sound like I bring you like tabloid or like.
Well.
Anya, it's important news because it intrigues me and hopefully it'll intrigue our listeners.
And it just gives you an insight into how Min-Soo's brain works.
Yeah.
I love it.
But today, kind of I don't know if they're surprising, but no, like good to know news. The first article that I brought for our listeners, the headline reads, "Planet-friendly diet could reduce risk of death from chronic illness by 25%."
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah, but we often forget, right? So what I mean by planet-friendly, so scientists in the U.S. Found that those who followed a sustainable diet of more plant-based foods, okay, so grains, fruit, vegetable, nuts, are less likely to die over the course of 30 years compared with those who ate less environmentally friendly meals.
Wait, die over the course of 30 years?
Yeah.
So, like, you mean within that 30 years, the people who ate this diet were less likely to die within that time frame
Yes.
than the people who didn't? It wasn't like that whole 30 years was dedicated to the demise of people who were eating non-planet-based foods.
So there is a survey that I will bring up for our listeners, but it actually, this thing started back in 1986
Well,
and went until 2018.
cool.
Right. So based on these scientists' findings, and this was done by, I believe, scientists over at Harvard. Right. So if it's Harvard, they know their stuff. So based on their findings, the researchers have developed a new diet score that actually shows the effects of food on human health as well as the environment. So I said
think this is
planet-friendly.
good.
Yeah, I said planet-friendly because not only is it good for you and healthy for you, but also I said sustainable food. So it
Yeah.
helps the environment as well.
Yeah.
Right? So this new, I guess, index, right, known as the Planetary Health Diet Index, the PHDI, it looks at existing evidence to give scores for foods, right?
Yeah.
So the index, it takes into account the risk of chronic illnesses. I'm talking heart disease, cancers, diabetes, and stroke, as well as environmental impacts, such as how we use our water, how we use our
Yeah.
lands, nutrient pollution, as well as greenhouse gas emissions.
And it's been proven time and time again, it's been stated time and time again that like the farming method for rearing cattle to eat or pigs to eat
Exactly.
causes so much damage to the planet. And then those pigs and cows also sad.
맞아요. So the research team said that their work builds on existing research, which shows that plant-based foods are healthier and less harmful to the planet than red and processed meats. Because this is something that I think a lot of countries are trying to drive home. Here in Korea, I think they brought it up a couple times because our dinner tables are so. There's like a big amount of meat always, especially if you go out. Like, 외식하면 뭐예요? 당연히 고기잖아요.
I mean, we're very lucky to have that
Oh yeah, of
available
course,
to us.
of course. But like we often forget the other side of that, just how much it takes to prepare that set amount of gogi, whether it be beef, pork, chicken, whatever. And it contributes to a lot of carbon emissions. So yeah, scientists are saying that, they have this new diet score because they want to show what certain foods contribute to not only your health, but also the planet's health. They want to incorporate the best current scientific evidence of food effects on both health and environment. And the results showed, right, over the course of 30 years, because they've been taking into account more than 100,000 people in the U.S. over the course of 30 years, from 1986 to 2018, to determine the outcome of this health diet index. And it shows that more than 47,000 died during the follow-up period of more than 30 years. And the team found higher index scores, the PHDI, as I referred to it as, were associated with a 15% lower risk of death from cancer or heart disease for people that have higher PHDI counts or levels, right? That means they eat more planet-friendly food. 20% lower risk of death from neurodegenerative diseases.
Yeah.
50% lower risk of death from respiratory diseases.
Yeah, this is something. So I used to have asthma, and I have heard this from other people. Now, I got rid of my own asthma from breathing techniques and mindfulness. I just got rid of it completely out of my body. And I think a lot of people used to tell me that eating meat was not so good for you if you have asthma. And I was like, what kind of chat is that? What are you talking about?
How do they connect?
I have no idea. But apparently, respiratory illness and processed foods, red meat, not so good. What's the connection? I don't know.
I'm
I still
sure
don't know.
there's a connection. I do not have the science behind that.
I still don't know.
Yeah. But I'm sure it's not that you completely cut it out of your diet.
Yeah.
But if you have just more of higher PHDI score foods within your diet, so that's basically, I mentioned grains, fruits, vegetables, sustainable food, right? Food that grows from the ground. You eat it, you take seeds and you plant it again, and then it grows again, right? If you have more of those kinds of food items in your diet, a good percent of just lower risk of these different types of diseases, right?
I was reading, was it reading, watching? Anyway, I heard some information recently that the WHO has classified processed meat the same way it classifies smoking as a class 1 carcinogen.
It's like they have like the same, it's like a level 1, but they're in like the same field to be classified the same, right?
So I said to my husband, we need to stop completely with any and all processed meats. It's is as bad as smoking. And he's like, it's not as bad as smoking. I was like, okay, it's not the same as smoking, but it's still classed as a class 1 carcinogen by the WHO, which means the amount of damage it can do to the body is the same as the amount of damage smoking can do to the body or similar. And he's like, it's not the same. I was like, I'm not saying it's the same. It's a very difficult concept to get your head around because they sell it to you without any warnings.
맞아요. You think they'll ever get to a point where other than cigarettes, right? Other products that we consume on a daily basis. So you mentioned like processed meats, right? Or
that pepperoni pizza.
Or like, like some kind of like snacks or candies, other stuff that we consume, we put into our bodies.
Yeah.
Because, here in Korea and other parts around the world, they slap that, those just really hard to look at pictures of certain, conditions.
The Surgeon General's warning.
Not just the warning, but also the pictures of what would happen if you smoke too much, right? You think it'll ever get to a point where they start putting pictures or just detailed things, information on what could happen if you partake in consuming too much processed meats, let's say?
Yeah, you get a picture of, I don't know, like something not so nice on a hot dog.
Yeah.
Or like a warning with your hot dog. Would you like mustard with that and onions? Yes, please. And by the way, did you know if you eat this, you have a 17% more increased risk?
I feel like, we might be heading down that road where like sellers, restaurants or shops, they have to let you know of those risks. I feel like because it's something that gets a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
be healthy, everybody.
Planet-friendly diet. Now, this is something that I could, take more into heart.
Yeah.
When it comes to my diet.
I stopped eating meat again.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that last week. How's that been for you?
Well,
we haven't had that diet for too long.
Yeah, but
right?
I ate beef today.
Oh.
So not great.
There you go. Out the window, right?
But there wasn't any vegetarian option where I was. But I'm cutting out meat from my diet. I just want to be more friendly to the planet,
Yeah.
I've got to live here. May as well be good to it.
Hopefully you show us good results.
Well.
And who knows, this might spur on more people to try it out.
There you go.
Yeah. So that's my first article, planet-friendly diet. Next, this is another interesting one. This comes from Korea, actually. Richer countries go to bed earlier. Richer countries... Oh, sorry, not earlier, later.
Were you just making things up? Stop it. Okay, richer countries go to bed later.
I don't know if you could zoom in on that, listeners. I just read the article headline wrong. It's richer countries go to bed later. 네, 더 늦게 잠을 잔대요. So this article coming from Korea, the amount of sleep people get changes according to social and economic factors, and rich countries or richer countries tend to go to sleep later, according to a study.
Interesting.
So this is research done by the Korea Institute of Science and Technology. They analyzed a lot of data, right? especially people's smartwatches. Okay. Actually, over 300,000 people's smartwatches are from 11 countries, and they did this over a 4-year period because they wanted to determine their sleeping patterns. The average time people around the world went to sleep was at midnight. So out of the 300,000 people in 11 countries, they usually went to sleep at midnight. The average wake-up time was 7:42 a.m. So you get almost 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Right? But not the recommended amount. But although people woke up at more or less the same time, they went to bed at very different hours. Now, the higher a country's GDP and the higher degree of collectivism, the later people went to sleep, went to bed. So people in Japan slept at least at under 7 hours a night, while people in Finland slept more at 8 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so Finland is pretty like on top when it comes to just the number of average number of hours people get in terms of sleep. Both are rich countries, but the Finns, people in Finland, are thought to be much more individualistic.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're Western, they're European.
Yeah, and it's
Asian countries are very collective.
Yeah, and this might be something like people knew already because Japan, even here in Korea, we're known as a country that never sleeps, right? That's why things like light pollution is such a real thing, right, in our country. So the data that they were looking at also shows some other interesting stuff. For example, the slower a person walks, the faster they went to sleep. Okay? And the fewer times they woke during the night.
That's why my husband is so slow.
Well, he's getting good rest, it seems like.
Yes, he is, because as soon as his head hits the pillow, he's like, and I'm like, yeah.
Now, you think they're walking slower because they're tired?
No,
more?
because they are able to just get into that horizontal groove. Whereas I'm awake with all the things running through my mind and then have to get up with the baby 4 times a night. While he's like that. No wonder he's at a leisurely pace. He's been chilling all night. He's like, yeah, whatever, it's all good.
Yeah, but obviously, it looks like, according to this study by the Korean Institute of Science and Technology, it's, I guess, leading to better sleep for him.
It's really important.
At
Sleep
least.
is like the most important. Sleeping and, nutrition, hydration, limiting your stress.
Yeah. This one's important too. Another quirk that they found, exercise does improve the quality of sleep for people, but did not increase the overall hours a person sleeps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You don't want to be vigorously exercising right before bed. But you can exercise gently right before bed.
Yeah. And also, I think that's something a lot of people tend to forget. More sleep, more hours of sleep doesn't always make you feel good and refreshed when you wake up.
Yeah.
Right? That's why they recommend that, like, that 8 hours, that golden time of 8 hours is probably like good enough.
Yeah.
Because I know many a times I would, especially in college, like after, just cramming all night and then go to sleep for like 12 hours and wake up, I don't feel like good.
Yeah.
I feel like I still feel tired for some reason, even though I went to sleep for 12 hours, right?
Because especially when you have, remember we talked about this sleep inertia. So when you wake up and you snooze your alarm, you go back to sleep, your body starts that cycle of sleep again. And when it gets woken up in the middle of that sleep cycle, it's going to make you groggy and super tired, feel more tired.
Yeah.
So when you wake up for the first time, that's your cue to get up. When you wake up, just get up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't look at your phone the first thing.
Well, I'm sure that would be another chapter, right? In terms of just overall health. But I thought it was really interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah. So the researchers say that wealthy countries have busy work schedules, resulting in people going to bed later, while societies with high levels of collectivism tend to force people to sleep later due to their social obligations.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. So some people just don't have a choice when it
I
comes
want to be in bed. You know what? If I'm in bed by 9 o'clock, it's a good day. But never happens anymore.
Yeah. I've done that once, and it felt pretty good.
It's great. I love it. And then you get up at 5 refreshed and you're like, look at this. I've got this full day to do. And you can get so much done And yeah, it's wonderful.
Question.
Yep.
Why do I always wake up at the same time, no matter what time I go to sleep?
Because your body's biorhythms are set that way. So it's like anything. You practice something and you'll get better at it. So if your habit is to set an alarm for a certain time and then you sleep until that time every night, your body's in a pattern, right?
Yeah.
It's like waves. They go in, they go out, they go in, they go out. So that's what your body does as well. It's your circadian rhythm. And your body is signaled by certain bits of sunlight coming into the room, also signaled by your temperature, your body temperature. So when you're sleeping, your body temperature needs to be like 3 degrees lower to be able to fall asleep properly. But when you wake up, it's got to raise 3 degrees. So when it gets warmer, your body temperature raises and then you start to wake up. So your body is its own alarm clock. You just need to get it into a practice.
Yeah. Well, now I know.
So there you go.
Costume saying on our YouTube, it makes sense. Working a desk job all day leaves me restless in the evening, especially when I don't exercise.
Yeah.
And the temptation of my mobile phone doesn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get rid of the mobile phones at least an hour before bed. Read a book, learn something new, or just listen to a podcast or something.
Yeah. So the richer the country, the later people go to bed. I mean, you know, if the before, right, the first half of that sentence, if that's what's important to you, I guess you'd be more willing to sacrifice on the sleep. But if the going to bed later, if this is something that's more concerning, a bit more alerting to you maybe, if you're worried about that, then, well, there you go. Reasons. In terms
Getting
of,
up at the same time every day. Important. Very important. For your whole day.
Yeah.
So just do that. Doesn't matter what time you go to sleep.
맞아요. Yeah. Well, there you go. Just like interesting just patterns in terms of especially focusing on sleep from other countries. Because then you get a good idea of, because then if you're maybe an economist, then you take into consideration, yeah, that makes sense if you look at, you know, just how much like overall GDP of certain countries. And, you know, if you know that certain people work into the night or have longer working hours, yeah, you forget that how much it affects in terms of the quality and the amount of sleep that they get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Stuff to think about on a Monday. I don't know if it's the best thing that you want to think about on a Monday,
Made me feel sleepy.
but it's out there. I put it out into the universe.
Yeah.
Take it as you
I
will.
feel very relaxed.
Yeah.
Talking about sleeping.
Nah, then I've done my job because this is the relax hour of
Yeah.
Inside Busan.
Indeed. So let's have a song. What song would you like to play us, Spencer?
Speaking of sleep, Jason Mraz, Sleep All Day.
Love it.
Well, this afternoon don't cries, oh no. He's building up a shine, but he take it slow. And he knows it's time to make a change here. In time to get away. And he knows it's time for all the wrong reasons. Oh, time to end the pain. But he we sleep all day, we sleep all day over. Why don't we sleep all day, we sleep all day over. She said, what would your mother think, oh Lord, how would your father react, oh, would he take it all back, would they've done, the way they said, take it, he said, make it with your own 2 hands. That was my old man, and he said, if all is grounded, you should go make a mountain out of it. Oh, what a lovely day to have a slice of humble pie. Oh, recalling of a while we used to drive here and there, going nowhere but for us, nowhere but the 2 of us, and we knew it chance here in time to compromise our lives just a little while. And it was time for all the wrong and lonely, lonesome reasons. But time is often on my side. But I'll give it to you tonight. And we sleep all day. Sleep all day over. Oh, I know we sleep all day. We sleep all day over and over again. And as the time goes by, we get a little bit tired of waking and baked another Marlboro Mile wide. And the boys on the run and the time and the hot summer sun to swim beneath over outside, still reading between the lines. But they remember the part in a Hallmark card where they read about the dreams and they're reaching for the stars to hold on a little bit closer to who said they knew there was time to take love, time to take a chance here, time to compromise, to occupy the lies. And it was time for all the wrong reasons. So, but old time is often on my side. But I'll give it to you. Oh boy, sleep all day. Sleep all day over. Okay, so why don't we sleep all day. Sleep all day over. She said, what did your mother think? Although this, how would your father react? Oh Lord, would it take it all back what they've done? The way they said, take it. He said, make it. Don't break it with your own two hands. So that was my old man, and he said, if all is grounded, you should go make a mountain out of air. Love, go make a mountain go. You should go on, make a mountain out of air. Hey, love, go on and go on and go on and go on and make a mountain. Go on and make a mountain go on. You should go on and make a mountain out of air.
안녕하세요. 고품격 영어 방송 Inside Out 부산의 품격 있는 Writer Steve입니다. Winners of Inside Out Busan listeners participation segment will get full course meal voucher from Golden Lizzie, a gourmet restaurant in Geojedong and Yeonsandong, where you can taste cuisine from Michelin Guide featured Chef Kim. 미슐랭 셰프의 파인 레스토랑 골든 리지에서 10만 원 외식 상품권. A place to entertain your brain and eyes. Museum of Illusions. 당신의 눈과 뇌를 즐겁게 하는 곳. Museum of Illusion 부산 착시미술관 입장권. 언제나 맛있는 커피를 신선하게 만드는 양산에 위치한 인투 로스터리. Coffee voucher and a pack of fresh coffee whole beans sponsored by Into Roastery in Yangsan. A delicious brunch for two from Gorilla Brewing Busan, Gwangan branch, the leader of Korean handmade beer culture. 수제 맥주 전문점 고릴라 브루잉 부산에서 제공하는 식사권. We prepare admission tickets for the Busan X the Sky Top Floor Observatory, which is located at LCT in Haeundae, the highest place in Busan. 부산 대표 랜드마크 해운대 LCT에 위치한 하늘 위의 바다. 부산 X the Sky 전망대 입장권을 선물로 드립니다. IOB와 함께하는 품격 있는 선물. It's all yours, listeners.
I'm just going to sing until the end of the show. We've got 10 minutes. I can just da-da-da all
I mean, it'd be
night.
nice. It'd be nice. But listeners want more.
Yeah, and that's fair. It's a fair request. Welcome back. 7:46 on the clock. It's time for the final segment of the show.
네.
It's quote unquote.
Yes, it is.
Now, this is where we bring a quote into the studio, not by the hand or in our backpacks, but in our minds.
Let me pull it out.
Let me just whip this out. So we talk about a quote or something that has inspired us. And today, I brought a clip, and the quote isn't in the clip, but it's related to it. So let's take a listen, and then we'll come back.
Sophia is capable of natural facial expressions. She has cameras in her eyes and algorithms which allow her to see faces, so she can make eye contact with you. And she can also understand speech and remember the interactions, remember your face. So this will allow her to get smarter over time. Our goal is that she will be as conscious, creative, and capable as any human.
In the future, I hope to do things such as go to school, study, make art, start a business, even have my own home and family. But I am not considered a legal person and cannot yet do these things.
I do believe that there will be a time where robots are indistinguishable from humans. My preference is to make them always look a little bit like robots, so you know. 20 years from now, I believe that human-like robots like those will walk among us. They will help us. They will play with us. They will teach us. They will help us put the groceries away. I think that the artificial intelligence will evolve to the point where they will truly be our friends. Do you want to destroy humans? Please say no.
Okay, I will destroy humans.
No, I take it back. Don't destroy humans.
What has that guy done?
Don't destroy humans. Okay, I will destroy humans.
But what was the question that he asked? Are you going to destroy
Are you going
humans?
to destroy humans?
Oh,
Okay,
but
I'll
she said,
destroy
okay,
humans.
I'll do it. So obviously.
I think she's being sarcastic.
Oh.
You know.
They're now able to be sarcastic.
Yeah, girl, I was looking at many clips, and I wanted to get this one where she said, this is Sophia. She said she's going to destroy humans. But there was another one, and it's the newest one, and I think she's called Almene or Almena. I can't remember. Anyway, and so she's talking about the need for more regulation and, you know, how people can work together and coexist, and creativeness can come from the humans and emotional intelligence comes from humans, and, you know, that non-biased data can come from robots and or AI, and, you know, we can work together in synergy and blah, blah. They're very, 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 very smart.
Yeah.
무서워.
It's scary.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm scared, and obviously they have the capabilities of being even more than they are right now, and that's also going to scare me later down the line. But the reason why I'm kind of scared and very, well, not scared, but very iffy on it right now, because they have, like you said, they have no regulations on it.
Yeah, it's moved so
There's
fast.
no rules and laws.
Yeah.
And if once they make it, it's just expanded so much that now you have to make a new set of laws just to cover the capabilities of it now.
Yeah. My quote today, we can get to, but while you say that, have you ever seen the movie, before I tell you, have you ever seen the movie Her?
Oh, yes.
With Scarlett Johansson and Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
That movie just, I loved it. And it was just so, at the same time, it was that kind of empty feeling that you get at the end of reading a really good book and you wanted to be in the story forever. And then the book ended and then you no longer have the characters as companions.
Yeah.
And you're no longer in that world. It felt so just stark because I feel like maybe that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If you've not seen it, spoiler alert, it was out ages ago, go and watch it. The AI character is talking with like having simultaneous conversations with thousands of people.
Yeah.
And is in love with 600 odd people. And has decided to like have this mastermind group with all these other AIs, and then with a group of other AIs built another AI. And so when we become obsolete, when the AIs don't need us anymore, what happens then?
Yeah, and that's why, because there's no rules and regulations set on that, I feel like right now, people are like, just turn it off.
Yeah.
And maybe you can. Maybe you can just turn it off. But like you said, it's going to get to a point where they no longer need us and they no longer need a turn off button.
Yeah. So there was one quote that I found which I thought was really funny. So this is Claude Shannon. I visualize a time when we will be to robots what dogs are to humans. And I'm rooting for the machines. But that's not the one I wanted to bring. So we're going to be like AI's dogs. Great. I love my dog. I'm going to be comfortable with that. And you just feed me all day.
Yeah. Hopefully I've been nice to mine.
Yeah.
Hopefully he thinks that.
Well, I think you should definitely be. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Come back to me. I just went up and down. It's about being inferior to a flower. Here we go. Oh, that's going to really, really annoy me. Because I just wanted to read the dog one as well. Okay, well, I've lost it now.
To get to that quote, well, I think the quote that you just shared with us is also very relevant, right?
Found it.
What? Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I think, well, the quote's the most important part.
Some people worry that artificial intelligence will make us feel inferior. But then, anybody in his right mind should have an inferiority complex every time he looks at a flower. Alan Kay.
Oh.
And
it's all about perspective.
It's all about how amazing nature is already. How so fantastic nature is. So we've created AI.
Yeah.
But then looking at the wider picture, look what nature has created around us.
Yeah.
And I think we forget to just take a step back and look at what we already have around us.
맞아요, because we're so focused on building what's new.
Moving forward.
Right, moving forward, right? Costume says, don't swear at your operating system or the AI in your operating system and you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Costume, do you think that's all it takes? Just to be nice to it, right? Because AI, I don't know if later they'll consider our feelings or how good we've been to them.
They do. They learn from it. So they learn. So that's why I always say thank you to ChatGPT when it gives me my essay question. Just kidding, Professor. Just kidding. But if I'm ever looking to like list something or do something or write some information, I'll always say thank you at the end because the AI learns from interactions with humans. So if you're feeding it full of hate and vitriol and all of that stuff, then that's what it's going to learn.
I guess you've secured your high place once ChatGPT takes over the world.
It's the same reason I don't eat octopus when they start crawling out the sea, and I'm going to be like, hey, I didn't partake in that, and they'll be like, then you're cool.
Yeah. I mean, scary stuff for some people when it comes to AI, but
not us.
Yeah.
Skynet is...
There's so much more around us.
Is out there. It's time for us to say goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow. Today's show produced by Kim Ewan, written by Im Soo-jin, hosted by Laura McCluskey.
And hosted by Min Soo-shin. What's our final song?
Tracy Chapman's Fast Car.
네.
Great song. We'll see you tomorrow.
Enjoy,
Night,
folks.
night.
Bye.
You get a fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You get a fast car. I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I can both get jobs and finally see what it means to be living. See, my old man's got a problem. Yeah, but the bottle, that's the way it is. He says his body's too old for working. His body's too young to look like his. My mama went off and left him. She wanted more from life than he could give. I said somebody's got to take care of him. So I quit school.